Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
Remediation of oil-impacted communities in Ogoni land and subsequent cleanup of other polluted sites in the Niger Delta was one of the 16-point demands presented to President Muhammadu Buhari in his November 2016 meeting with elders and leaders of the region under the aegis of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, as a precondition for lasting peace and sustainable development in the largely backward oil-producing communities. Correspondent Ekana Mofiori reports that almost 5 years after the Ogoni cleanup project was flagged off in June 2016, not much has been done to address decades of environmental injustice in Ogoni land.
The federal government, under the administration of President Goodluck Jonathan, established the Hydrocarbon Pollution Remediation Project (HYPREP) in 2012 to implement the cleanup of oil-impacted sites and restore livelihoods lost to many years of environmental degradation in Ogoni land. The establishment of HYPREP to uphold the Ogoni people's right to a clean and safe environment was in line with recommendations in a 2011 report submitted to the federal government by the United Nations Environment Programme UNEP. However, the immediate past government failed to set up administrative and legal structures required to kickstart the cleanup project. Shortly after it was officially flagged off in June 2016, incumbent President Muhammadu Buhari named a governing council and board of trustees for HYPREP, the implementing agency of the Ogoni environmental remediation exercise. Although President Buhari had assured leaders and elders of the Niger Delta at a meeting in November 2016 that the project was top in his agenda for development of their region, actual commencement of the exercise was in January 2019 with the award of contracts to remediation firms. To the dismay of Ogoni people and environmental rights activists, it had taken the federal government almost 5 years since the project was first flagged off in 2016 to provide potable water for oil-impacted communities, which was one of the 8 emergency measures UNEP recommended to take place before the commencement of actual cleanup of polluted sites.
My memo today was approved and is in regard to provision of potable water to the 4 local government of Ogoni land in Rivers State, that is Gokana, Kana, Eleme, and Tai. There will be 6 water projects that will be provided in these 4 local governments of Ogoni land. And this has just been approved and work will start immediately.
Critics of the Ogoni cleanup project insist that the award of contracts for remediation of contaminated sites before the provision of emergency measures amounts to putting the cart before the horse. According to them, it is a vindication of their position that the entire cleanup process is fundamentally flawed.
Take a look at the Ogoni cleanup. Just because it is a solely Niger Delta project, from 2011 till date after the establishment and taking off of the project, no meaningful progress has been made because the government of Nigeria have decided to place politics above meaningful development of our people.
The implementation of the project is being done in such a way that contracts are being awarded to put monies in the pockets of the big boys, other than implementing emergency measures and starting from there, as recommended by the UNEP report.
Concerned Ogoni people and sources close to the cleanup project fear that with the intensity of environmental pollution occasioned by activities of artisanal crude oil refiners in Ogoni land, the ongoing remediation is just an exercise in futility.
The report went further to say that every sources of contamination, especially artisanal refining, which the reports assuage a number of the pollution to, should be brought to an end before the cleanup. That has not been done. And people will tell you they are cleaning up when illegal oil bunkering, which we call pool fire, goes side by side with it. So it becomes laughable.
Unep had in its report observed that the Ogoni cleanup project is the most wide-ranging environmental remediation exercise to be undertaken anywhere in the world. It also observed that it will take between 25 and 30 years to restore the environment back to its full productive health. Given the tardy process characterizing the Ogoni cleanup exercise that is undertaken as a pilot project for the environmental remediation of the entire Niger Delta, uncertainties have emerged over political commitments required to follow through the process.
Inside the Niger Delta,